Should Manchester United sell Joshua Zirkzee or even loan Joshua Zirkzee in this January transfer window? We'll be going through all the news that's come out from the latest report and going through whether it makes sense for Manchester United to do this. We'll be talking about why it could happen, why it'd be a good move for Zirkzee and much more. Now, the one thing about all the players this year is they want to play regular football. With it being a World Cup year, it's absolutely imperative for them to get regular minutes for their club so they have a chance to be in the World Cup squad. Now, Zirkzee was left out of the last Netherlands squad. Obviously, he hasn't been playing for Manchester United, which again is very frustrating for him. But you look at the next few months coming up for Manchester United, they are imperative. I think with us obviously not having any European football has massively impacted that. And I think if we did have a European game, players like Zirkzee and Maguire and Aiden Heaven, these sorts of players, maybe Mazraoui if you want to kind of put him into the equation, would be getting more minutes for Manchester United. Now, you look at Joshua Zirkzee, the summer window's coming up. The January window's coming up. And he has been linked to a variety of clubs. He's been linked to a lot of clubs in Italy. Amid a potential loan deal there in terms of Prem clubs. I've seen him being linked to Everton. He's been linked to West Ham as well. But obviously, the article came out yesterday from Samuel Luckhurst, who was saying that Manchester United are reportedly going to be blocking exits for players in the January window because of AFCON, which is obviously the big factor. Now, in AFCON, during AFCON, Manchester United are expected to lose basically our whole right-hand side. Mazraoui is going to be gone, Ahmad's going to be gone, and then Burma is going to be gone. So they are three massively influential figures in this Manchester United team, and losing them is going to have a massive impact on this team, and that's probably why Amorim does want to keep Zirkzee. Now, I think on Zirkzee as a player himself, I don't think he should be sold right yet. I think he's a good prospect, and again, it is always unfortunate for him. I mean, he signed for 36 million. He has a bit of a tricky season. You look how he started off. He didn't have the greatest of times. Obviously, he got booed off, which never should have happened. And then after the second half of the season, last season, I remember that Real Sociedad game. Home and away, he was fantastic. He had some other important games as well for Manchester United. We thought this season would be the perfect season for him to kick on, and then Manchester United go out and spend 200 million on bringing a completely new attack. So you can understand from Zirkzee's perspective why he want to leave. Apparently, though, he wants to stay professional and wants to remain at Manchester United beyond this summer and fight for his place, which again is always good. You always want a player that is ambitious. Now, AFCON's going to be huge for United in terms of losing players. And I think Zirkzee will get a real opportunity then. I think there are some important games in there as well in terms of where his best position is. We know he's not a 9 and Amorim doesn't value him as a 9. So it will be in that inside 10 position. And I think with Mbeumo going, you obviously expect Bruno to be kept as one of those midfield 10s. You have another space open for Zirkzee, and I think that's something that's important. I don't think United should be selling him of yet. Then as a player there, he can become a decent squad player. Obviously, he don't want that. He wants to be representing Netherlands in the World Cup, and I think obviously not getting regular minutes will be difficult to obviously do that. Now, I think he has got a lot of unique qualities and he is a very, very talented player. I think Manchester United, for the money that we spent on him, again, I think you'll be able to recoup it potentially, but right now the move is to probably look for a loan deal, and I think I understand the reasons why Manchester United will block this loan move, because they don't make any sense. We're going to need players, and yes, people can say if we do loan Zirkzee in January, you still have Cunha, you still have Mount for the 10s, but again, you need options. And I think, yes, you can say put Ahmad there, but Ahmad's best position and the most being utilised is in that right wing back position. So I think keeping Zirkzee, see how it goes to the end of the season, probably wouldn't be the worst idea. As I said, from a personal perspective and looking at it from the player's perspective, you can completely understand why Zirkzee would want to leave Manchester United. He's not getting regular football. He's kind of been frozen out. He's barely getting any minutes. I mean, he came on at, 5 minutes against Brighton, so you can understand why he'd want to leave. But yeah, for me, keeping him right now, obviously there's a lot of other players in that same scenario. Obviously, the obvious one being Kobbie Mainoo. He isn't getting any minutes at all really for Manchester United. And I think with England as well, they have so many good prospects in that midfield. He want to be someone who wants to go to this World Cup. It'd be a huge moment for him, and I think it'd be good for him to go. But if he's not playing for Manchester United, a loan move probably will be the best move for him. Now, again, United are going to block these loan moves, which I agree. I think ultimately Manchester United comes first, and I think we're going to need these sorts of players. Again, actually, the other point is we do only have one game a week. I think that is kind of a big thing to look at it from one perspective. But let me know your thoughts. Should Manchester United sell Joshua Zirkzee or even loan him out? in this January transfer window. Again, there are clubs interested. It's not like there aren't clubs interested in signing Zirkzee. He's a top player, as I've said. With him not getting any minutes for United, for it being a World Cup year, you can understand the player's ambitions to potentially leave Manchester United and go to a bigger, not to go to a bigger, better club, but to go to a club where he's going to get regular minutes. And whether that is Everton, whether that is back in Italy, it just puts his favour in going for the World Cup. And we've seen it from players. I mean, Luke Shaw's been world class. I mean, a lot of people are saying this because of the World Cup. I mean, Luke Shaw being good benefits us, but also benefits him as well. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on Zirkzee. I mean, there hasn't really been too much news to talk about, so I thought I'd have a conversation about Joshua Zirkzee. He's an interesting one to have. Again, you're probably going to get split opinions. Some people would probably let Zirkzee go. Whereas for me, I think keeping him around for the time being probably would have been the worst decision that Manchester United do at this current point. But yeah, thank you for watching.